Matthew 5:9 says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." There are so many scriptures in the Bible that talk about walking in peace. You can look at Psalms 34:14. Depart from evil, do good, seek peace and pursue it. You can look at Romans 12:18. If it is possible, as much as depends on you, live peaceably with all men. So many scriptures. But most of the time when we read these scriptures, we think about someone putting a fire out. A situation has arisen and someone has done something or said something. They've created turmoil, and you know what? I'm going to put this situation out. Whether it's someone saying something rude to you, someone lying, saying you did this, you did that, and you didn't do any of it. Someone cuts you off in traffic. We could go on and on and on. But you say, well, you know what? I'm going to walk as a peacemaker. I'm going to overcome evil by doing good. Even though that person did evil to me, I'm going to bless them, because that is walking as a peacemaker. And that's walking as a peacemaker. But walking as a peacemaker is preventative just as much, if not more, than it is dealing with the problem after it's arisen, after it's occurred. Walking as a peacemaker can be preventing the fire from ever occurring. You see, most people in this world have a boiling point. We shouldn't, according to the Word of God, we shouldn't have a boiling point, because 1 Corinthians 10:13 says that God will not allow us to be tempted beyond what we are able. So if you're not able to deal with the situation, if you're not able to share the love of Christ and bless those people and overcome evil by doing good to those people that are going to lie, steal, cheat, whatever it is, do rude things to you, if you're not able to do that, God would never allow it to happen. But God knows that you can handle those situations. But unfortunately, most of us in this world don't handle those situations according to the Word of God. They take the situation into their own hands. And then that ends up with people having a boiling point. Once so many bad things happen to me, I'm not going to be pleasant to be around. If 3 or 4 or 5 bad things happen to me in a day, that's it. You do not want to be around me, because I am going to do and say things that I normally wouldn't do and say. I'm going to be mean, I'm going to be unruly, and I'm not going to be walking in peace. We shouldn't live that way, but a lot of the world lives that way. So taking this back to walking as a peacemaker, so say my neighbor has already had 2 bad things happen to them. Let's say his name is Paul. Paul's had 2 bad things happen to him, and his boiling point is 3 bad things. One more thing happens, and he's going to be at his boiling point. And if that happens, he's not going to be pleasant to be around. I'm leaving my house, and I just happen to see that, hey, Paul's put his trash out by the road to be picked up by the dump truck when it comes by, and the wind has blown his trash can over. And Paul had all kinds of stuff in his trash can, not in a bag, and this stuff has scattered all over his driveway. All over his driveway. I don't know what's going on in Paul's life. I don't know that he's close to his boiling point. But you know what? If I walk according to the Word of God, if I do what I know to do, I'm not pressed for time. I can take the extra 2 minutes to stop my car, get out, and pick his trash up, put his trash can back up. And you know what I've just done? I've walked as a peacemaker. Because now me walking as a peacemaker, now me humbling myself and picking his trash up, it's now allowed Paul to walk as a peacemaker. Now, when Paul goes out today, when he sees his family, his friends, his co-workers, he's going to walk in peace, because he didn't hit his boiling point, because I humbled myself. Now, this isn't to say that we are in control of other people's walking in peace. It's all a personal choice that they must make. However, if we walk according to the Word of God, if we walk with the light of Christ, loving those that, no matter what they do to us, we can make that situation, we can make that choice for that other person to walk in peace so much easier. So much easier. And now me picking that person's trash up not only allows that person to walk in peace with their family, friends, coworkers, but it allows him to walk in peace with me, because I'm going to see him out this afternoon after work. So the one simple decision, just to do the Word of God, to love others, to humble ourselves, we're also walking as peacemakers. We're walking as peacemakers when we just step out in that humility. And that's what Philippians 2:3-4 says. Let nothing be done through selfish ambition or conceit, but in lowliness of mind, esteem others higher than yourself. Higher than yourself. We're not to look out only for our own interest, but we're also to look out for other people's interest. And when we humble ourselves, not only are we going to be blessed, because that's what Matthew 5:9 says, blessed are the peacemakers. God will bless us when we humble ourselves and when we do these things. We'll be blessed, but then we'll also be taught the ways of God. He'll reveal his heart to us. That's what Psalms 25:9 says, that as we humble ourselves before him, he will teach us his ways. And I can be a testimony to that, because I will tell you, a few weeks ago, I was that same person thinking a peacemaker is someone that puts a fire out. I had never once thought about a peacemaker as someone that prevents the fire from ever occurring. Never thought about that until I picked up my neighbor's trash that was scattered on their driveway. When I humbled myself to do that, God taught me his ways. He opened my eyes to see that I was walking as a peacemaker. That's what we can all expect as we humble ourselves before God and just do what we know we should do. When we do, God will reveal himself to us. He will teach us his ways. We will be blessed, and we'll be walking as peacemakers.